My name is Jesper. I'm the founder and CEO of Northstake. We specialize in building staking solutions, primarily on Ethereum, for institutional clients. I think most notably in the public space, we've built a staking solution for some of the North American ETF providers that were aiming to solve this very specific issue about staking and having access to liquidity on your staked assets. And I think over the past at least 12, 18 months, there's been sort of a monumental shift in what is now within the realm of possibilities in building those solutions. Obviously from the Lido team and the launch of V3, but also from a regulatory perspective, which are basically fast-tracking, I think, the implementation of Lido V3, although we are seeing sort of initial teething issues which are outside of our control, given that the entry queue is at its current level. What I'll be talking about today is our Staking Vault Manager, which is built on Lido stVaults. And let me show you this. All right. For those of you who've already looked at and assessed stVaults, what you'll find is that from a, let's say, institutional perspective, it may be challenging to get started with. You rely on your node providers, you rely on other counterparties to help you get started with Lido stVaults. We understood this when we started building the Staking Vault Manager, and consequently, we set out to build a enterprise-grade suite of tools that allows you to, with a click of a button, manage stVault's full lifecycle. That means connecting your wallet through your wallet infrastructure provider, or your custodian, being able to stand up an stVault with a click of a button, deposit into the vault, stake, mint, rebalance, mint, wrap, stake ETH, stETH, and being able to consolidate validators into your stVault, as well as the monitoring and data analytics capabilities that is required in order to manage not only one, but infinitely many stVaults. So what that means is that the core feature sort of wraps around the fact that Lido as a protocol needs to remain credibly neutral. From a user standpoint, and especially from an institutional standpoint, that can be somewhat tricky to work around, in that you suddenly are relying on your custodians to sort of dictate the rate of adoption. We've seen that in the past to be an issue, in that custodians doesn't necessarily move as fast as the asset managers would ideally like to. And we believe that in order for Lido stVaults to release its full potential, we need a integrated suite of products of APIs and connectivity that allows a user to get started with stVaults quickly. So what we offer in the Staking Vault Manager is a single point of access where you can manage many stVaults. This is available through a UI. But I think more importantly, it's also available through an API or SDK. If you are a node operator, you can pick up the SVM and you can start offering that to your clients immediately as a way for them to start staking using on stVaults. You can also use it in the back end to manage stVaults in your operation. So if you wanted to set up an stVaults on behalf of a client, if you wanted to set up a staking pool or loop strategy, these things you will be able to do using the Staking Vault Manager. As I said, you can create and manage stVaults, but on top of that, you can also register existing vaults. So let's say you went to the Lido CLI and you deployed a staking vault. You can then register that vault in the Staking Vault Manager and leverage the tooling that is in the Staking Vault Manager. Now, obviously, features like deposit, stake, consolidate, stake, unstake, and withdraw ETH, that's sort of a no-brainer. mint wrap and burn stETH and wrap stake ETH, but also being able to rebalance the vault's liability at any given time. You'll have access to the reward and transaction data, and obviously this is supported by Wallet Connect. So I want to talk a little bit about the different use cases and the architecture. Maybe it's better to stand over here. So if you are a custodian, one of the issues that you have is that you are looking at just a backlog of products and features that you want on your platform, and all of the clients wanted them yesterday, which means that there's an issue from a custodian standpoint to integrate stVaults if you need to get started at the protocol level. What the API is sourced for here is basically wrapping the protocol in an API that allows you to call certain functions and manage stVaults, and everything is verifiable on chain. All of the transactions that you as a custodian are looking at are verified through the SVM as well. So this means that you're cutting the time from when you're cutting the time to market for stVaults on your platform down by a considerable amount. We estimate that it would take you between 2 to 3 weeks to assess the SVM well enough to integrate it on your platform. This is the same for exchanges, although the exchanges have, I think, other use cases in that they would like to offer maybe their own liquid staking token. They want to offer stVaults, and they want to be able to do that through, stETH, and they want to be able to do that through stVaults. That's, I think, a prevalent use case that we're seeing. Other virtual asset service providers, even banks we've spoken to, are interested in accessing liquidity, and then obviously the service providers, which I think many of you are today, node operators. How do I get started? How can I package a product to my customers that allows them to stake natively and have access to liquidity through stVaults? Again, this is what the Northstake SVM will be able to offer to you. And then finally, I think the DATCO's very specific use case in that they need to outperform on their net asset value compared to staked ETH. One way to do that is obviously to take out leverage or use stETH in DeFi strategies, and I think the unit economics supports, also to Will's point, that by far the best way to leverage opportunities in DeFi, if you're a DATCO, is through stVaults. We have today announced, when we launched SVM, we announced P2P, Solstice, and Peer2 as node operators who are implementing the SVM and offering it to their clients. We are announcing Infstones and SSV soon. Those are in the pipelines. So if you're a node operator today, feel free to reach out, obviously, to the Lido team, but also to myself if you want to learn more about how to get started with the Staking Vault Manager. As I mentioned, we have integrated data into the Vault Manager. What that means is that we're basically provisioning a service that allows you to track validator balances, transaction history, the vault state, historical reward data at a very granular level. Basically, I think the level that you as a node provider would expect, but I think more importantly to the level that and quality that your clients would expect in order to be able to perform the different accounting duties that they have. One thing I failed to mention as well that I would like to add as well is that on the transaction side, so the transactions that are executed here are transaction monitored. We work with Chainalysis and apply Chainalysis screening to all of the transactions that are here, as well as wallet screening. We also leverage open source registries. So notwithstanding sort of the functionality features that you will get from the SVM, you also get sort of an added layer of compliance and security. All right. On the roadmap, which is super exciting, and I think we'll cover this really nicely about DeFi module. We are, I want to say days, but we're probably a couple of weeks away from being able to offer the Lido DeFi module functionality in the staking vault manager as well. That means that not only are you able to create sort of the low-code front end, but you are able to manage the DeFi module on your stVaults. So if you want to stand up looping strategies or pooled vaults, the Lido DeFi module allows you to do that, and the staking vault manager allows you to manage that, manage deposits, manage withdrawals in a nice and intuitive way. We are, as we mentioned earlier, announcing the SSV cluster so that you can have distributed validator technology on your stVaults. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And then later in Q2, maybe towards the back end of Q2, we expect to have sort of permissionless onboarding of node operators, which means that right now we're relying on integrating the validator SDKs from node operators. But in the future, you'll be able to just leverage the SVM out of the box and in a permissionless way sign up as node operator on the SVM. So go to svm.northstake.dk if you want to learn more. You can also go to test.northstake.dk where there's a testnet version on Hoodie Live where you can play around with the staking vault manager. And I'm just doing a time check. I think we're good for time. So if you have any questions, I will gladly answer them now.